Heya! This is Pokeball 35, and welcome back to Pokemon Violet! Again! This is the start of the first stream of Pokemon Violet, the Indigo Disc, and what should be the start of episode 59 of Pokemon Violet. This is all being streamed live at twitch.tv/Pokeball35, link in the description down below. And if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, because I do have a lot to offer, including my entire full 100% playthrough of Pokemon Violet up to this point. We are here, we are back with Pokemon Violet, the last DLC released in September, and it is now the end of the year, in the middle of December. So I am playing this. Also, you might be wondering why I'm saved in here, in Nemona's house. I've recorded a bit to go into the final episode of Teal Mask, like 3 months ago, and I have not opened the game since, so I'm looking like an absolute goddamn jabroni inside Nemona's house. I have not played the game at all since the end of Teal Mask. I said I was going to go back and do some of the side stuff in Teal Mask off-stream. Didn't do that. But we're here, and let's get into it. So, I have not been spoiled on really anything. I was saying, this came out yesterday from my perspective. I thought it was coming out today. It was not. It came out yesterday. I needed to stream some other stuff yesterday, so I've had to go like a whole day with trying to avoid spoilers. I've seen like a couple very minor things, but I don't know anything related to the plot of this. So, this is Clavel. I still don't know how to pronounce my own name. Do I have the pleasure of speaking with Master Chandler? Hi, Director. I feel like you should have my phone number already, but sure. My, it certainly does this old heart good to be greeted with such a lively response. Now, if I could take a moment of your time, there is something we must discuss. Master Chandler, you're about to be presented with an exceptional opportunity. You already know of the Unova region's Blueberry Academy, I presume. What's that? Oh, now this is a surprise. I heard you were taking part in our joint trip to that fine school. In any case, the director of Blueberry Academy happens to be an old friend of mine, and he told me that he would be delighted to host you as an exchange student at his school. I believe it would be a fine chance for you to learn even more about the world. One should always take advantage of new challenges like this, don't you think? Though I must confess, I was a bit surprised that Blueberry's director would specify you by name. Still, I think it best that you meet the man at least once and find out what he might be thinking. He is admittedly a bit of a character, but not to worry. I'll be there with you when you meet him. Once you feel ready to respond to his offer, I ask that you come by my office and we can discuss the specifics together. Now, I won't take up any more of your time. Do take care until we speak again. You'll be lurking? Sounds good. It feels weird that I'm just kind of chilling in here. I need to get this ridiculous kimono off of my person. What is the button to change my outfit? Here we go. This is the uniform I usually wear, and I'll leave the Laventon attire on. Yeah, and then stop, and then go with this outfit. Yes. Alright, cool. So there is a couple things I need to do before we go into the actual part of the DLC. And that is, there's like 4 different mystery gifts going on right now, all at the same time. I miss this crusty game. I need to figure out the controls again, because I don't remember them. What's the button that I need to be pressing? These are none of the correct buttons. I still have my whole regular team on me. We need to go to the Poke Portal, and we need to go to Mystery Gifts, and get via Internet. Also, there's like no music playing right now, which feels like there should be music playing. Alright, well, back to the Undertale Yellow music in the background, if there's no music that wants to play right now. There is a free Master Ball that you can acquire by going online right now. They are giving away a free Master Ball. I don't know why they are, but they are. There was the Master Ball from the main game, and now we can get a second Master Ball. I used that Master Ball on the Miraidon that we got from the main game. Like, after you beat the game, you go back to Area 0, you can catch the other Miraidon. That's what I used the Master Ball on. So now we have another Master Ball. There was also 3 different passwords to put in that I have off to the side. The first one is, see you in, Paldia. The final episode of, was it Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? The Winds of Time, or whatever the hell it's called. That was a really cool miniseries. The final episode of that recently came out. They distributed, this to go along with it. It is a free chest Gimmighoul, which, to my understanding, has, like, the worst stats possible for Gimmighoul, which is awesome. Then we have, Sweet, or Spicy. Sweet or Spicy is supposed to get a random Herba Mystica. So we will see what Herba Mystica we acquire. We got a Spicy Herba Mystica. Congratulations. The last mystery gift available right now is, Shiny Buddy. I don't know why they are doing this, but it lasts till the beginning of January. There is a whole last Shiny Lucario they're just giving away. There was a Darkrai one I was about to mention. Is that available? I thought that came out later. I'm taking a quick look. No, there is Darkrai. There's a Shiny Lucario, so there's 5 mystery gifts they're doing right now. The other one, they're giving away a free Darkrai for some strange reason that I don't know why. But it's New Moon is coming. It should be a free Darkrai. This is a Pokemon Darkrai. What's with all the gifts? The Nintendo Pokemon companies just give away a whole bunch of free stuff. I can stop this music now. There is supposed to be a Dialga and Palkia raid event. I don't know if that's happening right now, but they give Darkrai. Remember when Darkrai was supposed to be an event, and then they just never got Darkrai, so this is just how you get Darkrai. Shout out to freaking New Moon Island, disconnect on the internet. I think that's all of them. What else was there? There was a Sweet or Spicy for a random Herba Mystica, and whatever the hell else I said. That I already forgot. It was called See You in Paldea is the other one. It was a Gimmighoul. So everything, I don't even know what box all that went to. I would love to know why there's no music playing. Do I have music turned off? No, there's just no music playing? I could have sworn, like, Route 1 music is supposed to be playing right now. Can we rely on the trusty, really annoying... There we go, there's the music. The Unova Academy music is going to start playing. And then we can take a look at everything. As soon as the game decides to load everything. Apparently there has been some quality of life things in an update. Apparently NPCs, if they're walking really far away from you, don't go at 2 FPS now. Which does seem to be the case, kind of. I do see someone over to my right, kind of chopping. But I did see a thing where there was someone in the distance. And it did look decent enough. That is all of the event stuff taken care of. We will now be going into the school. So like I said, I have not been spoiled on anything story-related. I know people have been talking about Kieran. Obviously, Kieran is like a high. Kieran is definitely a main focal point of all of the DLC. It was hinted at the end of Teal Mask. So that's not really that big of a spoiler, but Kieran is going to be in this. I don't know the names of any of the other people. And I've seen, like, one feature. There was a trailer for this that came out, like, last week. I didn't watch it because I didn't want to be spoiled. So, this guy. What do we have here? Oh, I know I've seen your face somewhere before. Who were you again? I'm Chandler. Oh, that's right. You're Chandler. Yes, I know you. Well then, now that you're here, let's get going. Wait, just a moment, Director Cryono. Oh, hello there, Veli. You're as lively as always. Didn't realize you were here. Of course I'm here, as director of this academy. Who else would I be? And do address me more properly while students are present, would you? More importantly, I don't remember what kind of inflection I did on my voice for Director Clavel. It's literally been like a whole year since we started this game, and like 3 to 4 months since I last played it, so... More importantly, what are you doing here? I thought we had agreed to meet in my office. Did we? Must have slipped my mind. Anyway, what's it matter? This is the student, right? Well, yes, he is, but... I do apologize, Master Chandler. You must be terribly confused. This is Director Cryono of Blueberry Academy. As I mentioned on the phone, he is interested in accepting you as an exchange student. Yep, that's me, Director Cryono. Did I not mention that? One look at our young friend here makes me suspect you, indeed failed, to clarify that point. Speaking of which, why did you request Master Chandler specifically to take part in your exchange program? Excellent question, Veli. It's very simple. You see, the reason is... why did I put that request in? Oh, that's right! The school trip to Kitakami! Chandler met some of my students there, didn't he? Yes. One of them was named I keep saying Carmine. Apparently it is pronounced Carmen. I don't care. There was one of them named Carmine, I believe. She's the one who recommended you. Now that I've gotten to meet you for myself, yeah, I've got a good feeling about you. Oh, glad to hear that, Director Cryono. I'd just love for you to visit my school. You would be a breath of fresh air, so to speak. Well, if anything can be said about Director Cryono, it is that he has a keen eye for talent. I would be thrilled if you went to Blueberry Academy and got to know the students there, but only if you're willing to, of course. Think of it as a chance to further expand your treasure hunt. I wish I could accompany Master Chandler, but I'm afraid I must ask you to watch over him in my stead. You will watch over him, won't you? Of course! I'd never let anything happen to one of your students. I hope this experience leads you to even more than you can treasure. Best of luck to you. I love the side-up receptionist just chilling. Just give me a holler whenever you're ready to head over to my Blueberry Academy. I'll be doing that right now. Are you ready to kick off your studies abroad at Blueberry Academy? Great! Then let's get going! He does the whole hat flip. I like this guy. I do that sometimes. So what I'm very excited about is that we knew this ahead of time. That Blueberry Academy takes place in the Unova region. So we are straight up, like, full stop going to Unova right now. Like, we are in the Unova region. Which is one of my personal favorites. Because of the fact that, you know, Unova is, like, whole, like, United States, New York kind of stuff. That the whole thing there. That's, like, where Hilbert comes from. Hilbert's been my mascot for, like, 15 years. However long that game's been out. So, ta-da! We're here! Welcome to my grand Blueberry Academy. This is actually just the entrance. The school itself is mostly underwater. Isn't that amazing? Frickin' one random thing this is all reminding me of is that I want to make sure I get this YouTuber, correct. Because, like, a few months ago, whenever this was, yeah, Kieran Carleal, I think is how you pronounce this YouTuber's name. They did a whole, like, retrospective on the entirety of the Disney sitcom Lab Rats. And I watched the entire thing. And the final season of Lab Rats is a crossover with a different show. Or, like, it has, like, a crossover with a different Disney show that I also watched this full retrospective on. Called Mighty Med. And, like, the final season of Lab Rats takes place in a school that is on the ocean, and most of it is underwater. This is, like, literally the same thing. Like, I'm straight up going to the season finale of Lab Rats from Disney right now. Oh, did you notice? Look at how blue the place is. Can't tell you how long I spent picking the perfect blueberry color. Let's see, what else? Perhaps you have something you'd like to ask me? Why'd you pick Blueberry for the name? Really? That's what you're curious about? Well, it's very simple, you see, it's because in the language of flowers, the blueberry is said to represent a fruitful life. I think that's where it came from, right? That's right, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. Always on point, aren't you, Lacey? Oh no, it was nothing. Did we have a guest today? We do! Chandler is here as part of an exchange program. Make him feel welcome, eh? Hold on, this is the exchange student from the Paldea region? I suppose I didn't introduce myself, did I? I'm Lacey, one of the second-year students here. You must be something really special, you know. It's rare for Director Crayana to remember the name of a student. Ha! Just call me out, why don't you? Actually, I've got an idea. Why don't you explain how things work around here, Lacey? You want me to do it? Well, yeah, you know, this tour guide stuff isn't my strong suit. Well, that's certainly true, but still, I imagine there must be someone more suitable than me. Oh, please, don't take it like, it's not that I don't want to show you around or anything. Director Crayano just has a bad habit of pushing his duties onto me, you see. It's just not right. Really letting me have it today, aren't you? That said, this might be my chance to get to know the student everyone's talking about, before anyone else can. That decides it. I will take on this task. Excellent! Now then, let's head straight down this bridge and into the entrance. On you go! Get this. That barbecue I did. What about the barbecue? I need to know. Alright, bye. I forget which biome is my next class is in. I don't want to talk to the Blossom. I'm trying to talk to you. We gotta bundle up or head to the polar biome. My Pokemon won't evolve. You gotta battle more. Can I get on Miraidon? Cannot get on Miraidon. Welcome to Blueberry Academy. It's pretty wild. The first time you come to school by riding a subway to an undersea elevator, huh? Is that what happened? I didn't see it. It all faded to black. I'm trying to, like, see out of bounds here. I can kind of see where the elevator comes up from. Yeah, down there. So you're the exchange student people keep talking about. You don't look that strong. I'm quite literally a Paldean champion. At our school, you won't cut it if you can't hold your own in a Pokemon battle. Oh, I just remembered. I want you in the front. We always want Blowy Joey in the front. I know there's a bunch of Pokemon you can catch here. However, I am leading with my regular team. In Kitakami, I had a whole bunch of new Pokemon that I caught that I tried to use, and that was a struggle. But apparently, from what I've heard, the fights here are very, very tough, and having my regular normal game team is recommended. So that's what I'm going to do. This is the entrance to Blueberry Academy. Our school puts a great deal of emphasis on the art of Pokemon battling. We hold official matches in this central court right here at the entrance, and any student can freely utilize this court if it's not otherwise in use. I think it's safe to say that you'll be battling more here than in any other school. Exactly, couldn't have said it better myself. Director Crayano, I think perhaps it's fine if you just leave the tour to me. Still, it's really relaxing here, with the sea breeze blowing over you, even when there's no one's battling. You often see students lazing around the stands. Oh, and there's this one other quality of our school that you'll likely find very surprising. Wild Pokemon sometimes terrestrialize here. Yeah? Oh, I suppose it's not anything special for someone from Paldea, is it? The terrestrial phenomenon was first discovered in the Paldea region, after all. But we've taken things a step further than you and your Terra Orbs. We developed some neat tech ourselves, something that lets us control the terrestrial phenomenon on our own turf. I bet that piques your interest, doesn't it? Sir, I think it would be easier to understand how all that works if we go to the lower level. If you could put a little pin in that, though. Always thinking ahead. That's our Lacey. Oh, you know what? I think it'd be great if the two of you had a battle. What? Right now? Why not? I'd like to see what Chandler here is capable of. And our Lacey is a member of the Elite Four in the League Club we have going on here. To say nothing of the influence of her father, one of the Unova region's famed gym leaders. Yo? Who? Like, just trying to think, like... Typically, what they love to do is just they love to have people with similar designs to other people. Like Leon from, he was the Pearl Clan, I believe, in Arceus. Like, straight up was a cowboy and had Clay's hat. So, like, you know, eventually, very far down the line, Clay comes into play. But then who are you related to? I wish you wouldn't go spreading personal information without asking first. It's just not right. That's her catchphrase. Give me a good show, you two, now. I'll figure it out probably from whatever type she uses. I'm sorry, but there's no negotiating with Dirk DeCrowd once he gets an idea in his head. There's no way he'll move on with the tour until we give him his battle. Besides, I have to admit, I'm a little excited myself to have a chance to battle you. Here at Blueberry Academy, we tend to go for double battles. Ooh. Let's give one a try and get to know each other a little better. Alright, that's actually interesting. A whole thing with double battles. This is the true sequel to Pokemon XD we always wanted. Pokemon Trader Lacey. Plusle and Minun. Wait, is this a remix of the Gen 5 battle theme? That's fucking awesome. First of all, let me just say, that's fucking awesome. Alright, well, this Plusle and Minun is going to absolutely explode. I'm metronoming, I don't care. Flying Press. Good! Oh, you're discharge lightning rodding me? You don't have plus or minus? What do you mean you don't have plus or minus? What are you doing? Alright, well, I'm the one who's exploding. I'm sorry. Well, hold on just a second, okay? Can we... Yeah, I don't have anyone who's flying on my normal team. I think Gaston's gonna have to come in and tank an Earthquake. I'm not letting these guys set up like this. I'm not losing to a Plusle and a Minun, okay? You have Grass Knot! That's still not killing them? That's insane. Would you look at that? You go right after those type weaknesses with precision, don't you? I'm not messing around here. I'm a strong trader who was going to use a full restore. Oh, here we go. Frickin' Quick Claw. We love those Quick Claws. Okay, Plusle and Minun. The most destructive Plusle and Minun I've ever seen. Very good. Looks like my plus-minus strategy isn't working. It's because you don't have plus or minus. Excadrill. Okay. Oh, that's the only other Pokemon you have is Excadrill. I mean, are you also related to Clay? Like, are you Clay's daughter? Do you really have a Focus Sash? That was quite a harsh blow. Let's see. How should I turn this around? No, it just didn't kill. Alright, get bonked. I didn't think her hair clips are the same kind of color. Her hair clips with the gems in them, but I thought those would be like kind of like terrestrial crystals or something. But yeah, those are very similar. I just wanna make absolutely sure. Pokemon Black, White, Clay. Very, very similar. I'm just gonna open image in new tab. Very, very similar desktop to Clay's gem. Like like if her gems, she has 2 of them in each clip, and they're tilted to the side slightly. We'll find out. Well, you beat me soundly. Spectacular! You really are quite skilled. I wish I could have seen you terrestrialize one of your Pokemon, though. I'd love to see how someone from Paldea does it. Well, first I terrestrialize, and then I terrestrialize. The students here at Blueberry Academy were only recently issued Terra Orbs, so I hope you'll be able to teach us more about them. Well done, both of you. You really battled it out in Blueberry style. Speaking of style, I forgot I had a uniform for you. You'll feel like you fit right in as soon as you're dressing the part. Let me get changed right here in public. Where's my hat? It suits you beautifully. That's what I call fashion. Oh, and you can take this as well. Indigo style card. You can buy even more items at shops now. I should give you a few more options when you visit shops and salons and such in Paldea. Now that you look the part, and hopefully feel it too, why don't we head into the school? You can pick where you want to go from the gates over there. Come on, I can show you the pride of Blueberry Academy, our world-famous terrarium. Well, first of all, I need a hat. If I could get, like, a hat, that'd be kind of sick. We'll put this on, because it's blue. There we go, now we're blue. It's clashing blue, but I don't care. Where do I want to go? Terrarium. Hydrate check, will do. Yeah, I'm gonna raise the volume just a little bit. Just so I can hear it better. Oh, it's look who it is! I didn't know you were gonna be here. Hold on. This is it. The park beneath the sea that has gained renown all around the world. Our very own terrarium. It may be underwater, but the projectors built into the walls and ceiling make it feel like we're actually outside, don't they? Yeah, this is where the humans took shelter after the apocalypse, and then the screens fell down, and then we got squid people roaming around millions of years from now. We've been able to create a comfortable environment for Pokemon through technology. Designed it all myself, and believe me, it wasn't cheap. With this dome, there are 4 distinct biomes. Here we have a nice, toasty, subtropical savanna biome. And then we have the really glitchy terrain off of the coastal biome. And the even more glitchy terrain in the canyon biome. And goddamn, the game can't stop fucking glitching in the snowy polar biome. Each biome's air temperature and humidity levels are regulated with the utmost care. That's why you can find completely different Pokemon species living in each area. Bro, I am in so much shock right now. You sure put a lot of effort into it. Tell me, Chandler, which biome tickles your fancy off the bat? It's a little bit of a cold environment, so I'd like to go to the coastal biome right now. Goodness, really? It seems you and I will get along great, just great then. That's my favorite, too. The breezy atmosphere is just so calming. If you need to heal up your Pokemon while you're down here, feel free to use the self-service healing machines we've installed around the terrarium. Now then, Director Cryono, can you explain to us why the crystals form here and how the wild Pokemon are able to terrestrialize? I don't know. But don't you know already, Lacey? Oh, I get it. You want me to do the talking. In that case, let me show you. The reason is actually right above our heads. That there's the terrarium core, which presides over all that happens in the terrarium. It contains fluid that we've jam-packed full of a special material from Paldea. It's constantly emitting terrestrial energy. That's what allows Pokemon to terrestrialize in the dome. Wonderful. Well said, sir. That's exactly right. I mean, it's hanging on by a thread. What happens if just a fucking, like, Sizzler just comes around and just slashes it open? Though I still don't know what the special material is within the terrarium core itself. It's never been shared publicly, has it? Oh, you want to know? Well, in fact, it's... what was it? I've plumb forgotten. Buyer put all of it together, as I'm not certain myself. That's what I thought you might say. Practical battle class will commence shortly in the coastal biome. Students preparing in this class should make their way to the coastal biome now. I'm going to assume it's whatever biome I chose there. That's conveniently the biome I just chose. Looks like you're just in time to see a class in session, too. This is too good of a chance to pass up. Won't you join us, Chandler? You can get your first taste of our school's classes. Hey, well, like, my favorite character from Kitakami's, like, over in the corner. She's like right there. Can I go speak to her, please? I'll go ahead and register the terrarium map in your Rotom phone for you. I mean, she's got a bunch of, like, fairy typing stuff, because fairy typing did not exist in Unova originally. I don't know what she's supposed to be. Like, she has electric types. Is she ground? Is she electric? Is she fairy? It's fun to take a stroll through the terrarium on your own. I think it'd be more of a hassle than anything if you had me holding your hand. So, yep, that settles it. Please find your way to the class site in the coastal biome on your own. Steel. Well, if it, well, doesn't seem like I'm needed here. Wait, sir, you don't... but I've made sure that a dorm has been set up, for you, Chandler, so don't forget to give it a visit later. Oh yes, one other thing. Could you open your Pokédex app for me? Blueberry Pokédex has been added to the Pokédex app. Catch as many Pokemon here in the terrarium as you please, so don't be afraid to go Sawsbuck wild. It's your student life here in Blueberry Academy, so remember to live it up to the fullest. And there he goes. Oh, you can at least count on me to be around when you need me, so there's no call for concern. It's probably time we both head to class. I'll be waiting for you in the coastal biome. I like the twinkly in the background of this song because of all the terrestrial stuff. Perrin is right there. Please let me go talk to Perrin. This is the most important thing. I look like frickin' Fred Jones right now. There's my little buddy. Hey, wait a minute. Don't I know you from somewhere? That's right, my old partner. How are you, partner? I mean, Chandler. Whoa, Perrin. That's right, good old Perrin, still kicking around. Hope you're doing well yourself, eh? I sure appreciated all the help you gave me back in Kitakami, tracking down the Blood Moon Beast. I never thought I'd bump into you like this. How about I teach you a new pose to celebrate? Looking good, emote. Oh, and you even managed to evolve that Growlithe I entrusted to you? The game knows. He looks great. That's one splendid specimen of an Arcanine. Look at that, Growlithe. Your brother has been taken well care of. And now that you're reunited... so you're here as some sort of exchange student, huh? Nice! What a coincidence. I just started working here. As a photographer, of course. Just what I'd expect. That's typical me, eh? Though I'm still sort of waiting to hear if the school likes my work, to be fair. They say that they want snapshots of the terrarium and the students for all the upcoming marketing stuff. So, how about some photos of you? Ah, speaking of photos, I got a hot tip I could let you in on. But if I told you, I bet you'd just go running right off. How about this? I'll snap some candid shots of you catching tons of Pokemon in the terrarium. Don't worry, you won't even notice I'm nearby. If I make enough headway in my work, by the time you register 200 Pokemon in the Blueberry Pokédex, I'll share a hot tip. Before it was 150. Well, I know about one particular Pokemon that can be caught here, and I will talk about it when we find it. But let's take a look at the Pokédex itself. So here's what we already have here. Kleavor is in here. I think we already have an entry for Kleavor from earlier. But we got a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm assuming a lot of Unova Pokemon, because this is taking place in Unova. But yeah, some stuff. I have a Alolan. I don't know why. Wouldn't this be Geodude? And I guess this would be maybe a Alolan Geodude and a Alolan Graveler? Drillbur and Excadrill. Some other stuff. Plusle and Mayan. There's a handful of stuff here. There's some Alolan forms natively in the decks. Also, part of this... Wait a second. Wait, they have Pokédex entries now! Wait. Walking Wake and Iron Leaves have Pokédex entries now. Thank God. It resembles an illustration published in a paranormal magazine, said to be a depiction of a super ancient Suicune. According to a few eyewitness accounts that exist, use its shining blades to Juline large trees and boulders. Cool. And I want to take a look real quick. Walking Wake. Go to Cerebi. And then we'll see Pokédex entry from the opposite version, if it's not already on Cerebi. A ferocious creature that is shrouded in mystery. It's named after an aquatic monster mentioned in an old expedition journal. Iron Leaves. Many of its physical characteristics match those of Virizion from the future that was covered in a paranormal magazine. Cool. The other thing I know about this is that it was advertised well in advance, is that all starter Pokemon from previous generations are all available to catch in the Pokédex here, which is cool. One thing I did see that I want to bring to everyone's attention is I did see this, and it's that they actually updated the models for Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. Like, look at how good these are. Because, like, old Venusaur, like, it barely had a nose. Now it has, like, a more defined face and nose. And Blastoise doesn't have these frickin' stubby arms anymore. He actually has his arms down. And the best part is that he uses his goddamn cannons. He actually finally uses his cannons to attack. Before, ever since Gen 6, Blastoise, every time he wants to use Hydro Pump or Hydro Cannon, he just goes, and then all the water just comes straight out of his forehead. So finally, 10 years later, they finally did it. I love the Savannah biome, because that's where you combine Blitzel, and Blitzel's the greatest. You find different Pokemon across, if you cross over to one of the other biomes. Alright, I can get on Miraidon now. One of my favorite things to do in Pokemon is catch Pokemon. I don't know if Rhyhorn's new, I honestly don't. So, This is awesome. I like that the wild battle music and all of the music here so far, the battle music is all remixes of Unova battle themes, considering we are technically in Unova right now. But again, one of my favorite things to do in Pokemon is catch Pokemon, and this is what I did at the start of Kitakami, is that I caught a handful of Pokemon. So, I like catching Pokemon, and I like reading the dex entries. If you don't want to see that, go watch someone else's playthrough. Once it starts running, it won't stop, even if it crashes through boulders. This disposition is what caused its habitat to expand. What I do want to do is go to the boxes really quickly. I just want to see where it's getting sent. Also, I think this stuff is from a while back, because I transferred over this Meloetta and this other Gimmighoul. So it'll just go... Where did that Rhyhorn even go? It went here. I want it stuck on this box. So that way all the Pokemon go in that box, and then beyond. So I think Doduo is new. We have Venonat. I don't know where those Doduo went. Here's a Doduo. It also specifically seems to be a remix of, like, the strong wild battle music whenever you'd run into a Pokemon in, like, thick, dark grass in Gen 5. If I'm remembering correctly. Its heads never sleep at the same time. Each one takes a turn keeping watch while the others sleep, switching every hour or so. Doduo is the first Pokemon in this game's Pokédex. Here's the thing that they've done with the fact that they don't bring back all these Pokemon in these games now, is that I cannot remember what Pokemon were in the base game's Pokédex at this point. So that's what they do. They try and trick you, because there's so many Pokemon now that it's like, oh, I don't remember the last time I saw this guy. It's actually slightly exciting to see them now. Except, it's still dumb. Come on, Execute. Like, I'm pretty sure Execute was in probably, like, Sword and Shield. Because it doesn't feel like it's been that long since I've seen it Execute. But, like, Doduo was in... Doduo and Dodrio were in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. There we go. And Rhyhorn was just in Arceus. Using telepathy, only fellow Execute can pick up on. They always form a cluster of 6. Execute lore. I did see a Dodrio in the background. We love the frame rate. Don't look too deep into the game. Can't have too much fun. You'd think they'd finally fix the game by now. Muddy water. That's a Shieldon. That's kind of crazy that there's just a Shieldon raid. Gaming. So I have seen these iron golems in, like, screenshots and stuff. I don't know what they're for. Ooh, an Everstone. Has an I don't know. That's weird, that's my first ever Everstone. I guess I just never bought one. It would feel weird if there was just no Everstones in this game until now. I like looking around, grabbing items and stuff. I will make my way over to where we need to go soon. like, there was no Everstone on the ground. I never bought an Everstone before. So, like, I never needed to buy an Everstone. Ooh! Cantonian Tauros. I can't remember if I ever transferred one over. It doesn't seem like we have. So we can get original Tauros now. As soon as the quick balls want to work properly. Can you, like, take recoil damage from that game? No, you're not a recoil move. What am I talking about? I'm gonna wave crash into you and hope that you won't die. Alright, perfect. That should be plenty. Don't want to accidentally click on the Master Ball. There we go. They fight each other by locking horns. The herd's protectors take pride in their battle-scarred horns. Very nice. We can just skip all these things. Vibrava? Sure. I'm pretty sure Vibrava, the Flygon line might be back as new stuff. That does seem to be the case. Catch a Vibrava, so we don't... I mean, I still have to catch a Trapinch, but it's safe. There's a Flygon behind me. He's right behind me, isn't he? It generates ultrasonic waves by vigorously vibrating its wings. After making its prey faint, it dissolves the prey with its digestive juices. Hi! I'm not interested in fighting you right now. If you could, like, leave me alone. The Tauros still don't have any chill. Guy's trying to think he's from Paldea. By terrestrializing into a fighting type. Also, why is that animation so fast? Why is he schmoovin'? Like, it feels like his animation is playing at double speed. Yeah, please leave me alone. Where'd that Flygon go? There was a Flygon behind me for like 2 frames when I was catching that Vibrava, and now it's not here. There's no way I was seeing a Venomoth. It absolutely was a Flygon. Alright, well now it is gone. However, this is a Dodrio. And if there's a Dodrio here, I'll catch this. Nice. Now we don't have to bother evolving. Flygon. The strongest head with the thickest neck becomes the leader and gains primary control over the body. Yeah, I'm just taking another quick look around. I don't know where that thing went. I know I was not seeing things. I saw a green body with red eyes. Ass pair. People who try to defend this game are wrong. Well, there's Trapinch at least. And I saw a tweet earlier. It's because I saw a video of a particularly crusty point in this area. It honestly might be where I'm sitting right now. And someone had said, people keep people don't shut the fuck up about the frame rate, but there's a reason why people don't shut the fuck up about the frame rates, because it's been a year and it hasn't been fixed yet. And it's like, its areas in here are somehow worse than the main game itself. Like, the only part in the game that was this bad is, like, Tag Tree Thicket. And it feels like this whole area so far is worse than that. As it digs through the sand, its giant jaws crush any rocks that obstruct its path. It builds a funnel-shaped nest. Also, I see some deerling and sawsbuck. So, what's good about this is, I think they had... I guess, was it art? I guess Deerling and Sawsbuck were already in the game. Okay, never mind. I genuinely forgot. I think if that would mean I already have Sawsbuck too. That Deerling is in the floor. Okay, no, she was just laying down. I'm assuming all different forms of Deerling and Sawsbuck are going to spawn throughout this. It only had 2 seasons. Maybe the other seasons are in the game now. Because Pokemon that rely on different stuff like that are hard to implement into the newer games. And again, one Pokemon in particular I'm really happy to have back in this game. I do know about it. There's a Flygon. I love Flygon. I used Flygon on my team in Pokemon Y when that game first came out. Nice. Well, we already have the whole Trapinch line now. The sound of its wings flapping resembles singing. Those entranced by its sound get lured into a sandstorm and become Flygon's prey. TR for Protect. There's a Deerling on the ground. I do think there's... I don't know if this is true or not, because I am making this up. But I do not know if Furfrou is back. Furfrou not being in this game is going to definitely be a problem. Hello, Smeargle. Is Smeargle new? Smeargle is definitely new. Like, the current meta in Pokemon Home right now is to put up all your shinies and all your legendaries for the rarer forms of Furfrou that you can only get by grooming them in Pokemon X and Y, and then trading them up. The color of the mysterious fluid secreted from the tip of its tail is predetermined for each Smeargle. They're all green unless they're shiny, which means they're red. That's a Rellor. I'm like, what the hell is that? There's Blitzel and Executor. Catch ourselves a Blitzel. So it would be kind of hype if Furfrou was here. I don't know where particularly would be a good place to put Furfrou, but it would be nice if Furfrou was here. This Pokemon prefers places with lots of lightning strikes. It catches lightning in its mane and stores the electricity in its body. And then we have Executor. I have seen in some trailers they've put out in the past that Alolan forms can be caught here. So I'm going to assume maybe in the tropical coastal biome that we're going to, we can find Alolan Executor. Absorb, you fool. Alright, well you have Giga Drain too, so I can't win. I'm going to just do the old strat of running away and then re-encountering it. I'm throwing a second Quick Ball. I was watching a clip from Reversal recently, who was shiny hunting Shaman in BDSP, and he found the shiny Shaman in like 200 resets, and then ran away from it so he could try and Quick Ball it again. Except he was playing BDSP, so he ran away from a shiny that he can't re-encounter and had to reset again for another, like, 2,000 resets. Until he, got another shiny Shaman afterwards, and then finally caught that one. Another thing I have heard is, I think this was talked about pre-release, so if you don't know about this, then slight spoilers. But legendary Pokemon can be captured here. They kind of just do that, like, they have the obligation, they feel the need to just insert, like, all of these legendary Pokemon into these games. It said that on rare occasions, one of its heads will drop off and continue on as an execute. So yeah, you can get a bunch of legendaries and stuff. They've been doing it for a long time. Like, when watching Chucker Conroy's Black and White 2 Let's Play right now, there's a lot of stuff that's, like, integrated into the game itself, which I think is really cool, but, like, ever since, like, Oraz, they've just been inserting them in random ways. Like, they had the Hoopa portals. I think these guys might be new. I can't remember. Because I know these guys were in Sword and Shield. Nope, they are not new. Nice noise, Brelor. And stuff and things, like the Ultra Wormholes, and, the Dynamax Adventures previously. So I don't know how they're going to incorporate the legendary Pokemon into this. But from what I have heard is that the legendary Pokemon in this game that you capture here, knockoff, such as examples Ho-Oh and Lugia, can be caught here. They are shiny locked. You cannot shiny hunt them. That's just a wild Farigiraf. I don't know Farigiraf's shiny colors, so I'm going to encounter you because I don't know if you're shiny, you just feel really dark orange. I guess you're just really dark orange. So I think that's really strange that they're shiny locked here. Okay, here's our bridge over. I just want to check out a little bit more of the surrounding place. I think that I can't revive a Pokemon from here. There, and max potion, whatever. Is there still Sandile in my shoe? Okay, good. I do want to go back to Dynamax Adventures eventually, and, like, shiny hunt the rest of the legendaries that I want shinies of. Mostly, the Tapus and the Ultra Beasts. I'm still very happy. I think Rufflet's not new. I'm very happy that I had finally gotten my shiny Xurkitree in Pokemon Ultra Moon a few years back. But I've wanted to shiny hunt all of the Ultra Beasts, and I wanted to do that in Ultra Moon, and then it was just such a time-consuming process to do all those resets that I had given up immensely on that. It's a nice Bruxish swimming in the shit water. Dewpider. Is Dewpider new? Dewpider is new. Dun 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 dun. It supports the water bubble that envelops its head with 3 of its legs. Sometimes it secretly swaps its legs, holding up the bubble. I never really noticed those were more of its legs. Ice Punch. Getting a shiny Dewpider or a Araquanid would be kinda dope. Checking out more of the water. Some more Dewpider. I think that's Barboge. No, that's Tynamo. I think Tynamo was in the game before. I remember desperately searching for Electric in the main game. Zebstrika, however. We do not have After the Substriker, we'll be heading over to the coastal biome. One of the herd hears thunder. It chases after the storm clouds so that the Blitzel in the group can use the lightning to charge up. I like the texturing on Substriker. This Blitzel cannot come with me, I'm afraid. I already have one of you. The rest of you go to sleep.